Navin Lalu's streaming network, specialist in clean audio, multiple camera angle view and a photo slide for professional live streaming. Call Navin at 335-0205. Navin Lalu, bringing real-time events to you and yours. Navin Lalu's streaming network. Call him 335-0205. Also available fantastic drone footage. Navin's streaming network.
Hop op. Hop op. Ja. Ja, ik zie. Ja. Daar is de Cremation gaan afpakken. I'm not just doing it outside.
Sita Ram, everybody. And, Well, let me, on behalf of the family, welcome all of you. I've been looking around. Everybody seems to be family here right now. And the others will come in a little while. You are here to bid farewell. Well, in her case, she was a teacher like me many, many years ago. And so she would have had over her life thousands of students that she would have taught. And some might be in Trinidad, others will be out of Trinidad. Some may not know, and when they hear she has passed away, they will say they are very, very sorry. So, leave the shoes and so on over there, Nolio. Let the boys stand up here facing south. The others could stand up that side. Yeah. Wash the hand. Om apavitra pavitro va sarvastangatopi va yasmaret pundarikaksham sabhyantara suchi. Om kesavaya namah. Om madhavaya namah. Om narayanaya namah. Sri Govindaya namo namah. Just apply it, put on the ringidam. Watch. One here and one here. Yeah. In the right hand. What are they doing? What? This finger is when you're doing for the departed. This is for the rest. That's right. But the neck and the hands. Om tilakam cha mahapunyam pavitram papanasanam apadaharate nityam lalate hari chandanam. Om tilakam cha mahapunyam pavitram papanasanam apadaharate nityam lalate hari chandanam. After when she died, the face and so on started to look good for itself? Or they went and do building up? But she looked much better when she, right? But the water you gave, you know. All right. Palm leaf, boy. On a palm leaf, flowers still. Put some water on it. Yeah, put water on. Om Vishnu Vishnu Adya Sri Brahmano Dvite Pradhe Sri Svet Bhara Kalpe Bhavasvat Mantre Astavin Tratiche Kaliyuge Kalipatam Charne Trinidad Dese Makbin Grame. Each one of you, you take your own name, but you will be some is cousin, some is and whatnot. Whatever relationship you have it, take your name and use the relationship. But you, son, you are taking the oath to do all as prescribed, as you told me that day on Thursday, okay? Amuk pretasta, amuk titho, amuk basare, amuk nakshate, amuk yogo, amuk karnasche, amuk rasi sthite, amuk rasi shanka seche, sheshunam greshtu yata yatha rasi, snatite, amuk gotraय, amuk nam, amuk pretaste, अंत्येश्वरी कर्म से अहम करिश्मे करिश्मे put it on the chest. Give everybody flowers. Could we all stand while this prayer is said? You all pray to Bhagwan Vishnu. Om Yam Brahma Varunindra Ruddhamarta Stunvanta Divyeste Vai Vede Shanga Padakramo Upanishadai Gayanti Yam Shamaga Dhyana Vatsit Gatvate Namanasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yashyantam Nabidaha Sura Surgan Devaya Tasme Namaha Om Shantakaram Bhujakshainam Parmanabham Suresham Vishwadharan Gagan Saddisam Egabandham Subhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalnainam Yogi Vidyanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavaiharan Sarvaloke Kanatham Bolo Vishnu Bhagwan Ki Jai. Put it again right there, or else could sit. Sit down, everybody else. This body now must be purified, so we have to bathe the body, apply chandan, mala, do a havan, and then do arti. Let him go on that side. You could go on that side and throw it from the head right down to the foot. Om Adya Mukgota Mukpreta Midakstane Shab Nimit Snan Maya Diyate Tavo Pratistam. Right down to the foot, son. Adya Mukgotraye Amukpreta Mitakstane Shab Nimit Snan Maya Diyate Tavo Pratistam. You want to get that door first? Put him there. Right. Put 2 pieces of wood in it. Take the perfume, give them the perfume too. Give them the perfume first. Om Adya Mukgotra Amukpretasya Bitakstane Shab Nimit Gandham Maya Diyate Tavo Pratistam. Watch this one. Om Adya Mukgotasya Preta Bitakstane Shab Nimit Gandhamaya Diyate Tavo Pratistam. You could leave the chandan right here. mala and then break all of them thread. Yeah, just make sure that the thread broken. They're broken? Okay. Just now. You, Liza, uncle? I'm watching you. All right. Yeah, off on. Om Adyamuk Gotaya Omuk Pretasar Pratikstane Shabnimit Pushmala Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishtam. Pushpamala Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishtam. Pushpamala Maya Diyate. This one is our uncle too. I'm kind of making out with the face, don't frighten. Pushmala Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishtam. Pushpamala Maya Diyate Tavo Pratishtam. Right, light that fire there for me. Just now, get my flowers, pass it around the fire. Right. Now either give him Google or ghee, whatever. Huh? Don't throw the water, then use the Google. The Google. Huh? No, he's the main one has to get done. Stoop down, son, and put him. Right. Om Yamaya Nama, Om Rityave Nama Swaha, Bhavastaya Nama Swaha, Sarva Bhushaya Nama Swaha, Om Dadhanaya Nama Swaha, Padmishtre Nama Swaha, Om Chittaya Nama Swaha, Om Dharmrajaya Nama Swaha, Om Antakaya Nama Swaha, Om Kalaya Nama Swaha, Om Audhambaraya Nama Swaha, Om Nilaya Nama Swaha, Om Brikodharaya Nama Swaha, Chittaguptaya Nama Swaha. Throw all the rest in it. Water. These names that I just recited are 14 names of the god of death, Yamraj. Do we have any volunteers who will sing bhajan? Otherwise, we'll have to use the mic to sing a few. Any volunteers? It was a long time I only went to Hindu school, that's why I always forget the bhajan. Just now. If you have any appropriate bhajan, but play it low down. At what you call zero volume, but we're still here. Right. Light up that. Could we all stand for the arati? They're doing a throw and going wrong 5 times, right? Go ahead. Om Adhyamuk Gotastre Amuk Pretastra Mritikstane Shabnimit Deepam Maya Diyate Tavoho Pratishtam Deepam Maya Diyate Tabo Pratishtam. Om Yamadvare Mahaghore Andhena Tamasabrite Tatyartha Lokanarthaya Deepoyam Pratigritam. Om Yamadvare Mahaghore Andhete Samatabita Tatyartha Lokanarthaya Deepdan Tabo Pratishtam. Om Madhyamuk Gotaste Amuk Pretaste Mitakstane Shabnimit Deepam Maya Diyate Tabo Pratishtam. Om Yamadvare Mahaghore Andete Samatabita Tatyartha Lokanarthaya Deepdan Tabo Pratishtam. Om Yamadvare Mahaghore Andete Samatabita Tatyartha Lokanarthaya Deepdan Tabo Pratishtam. Put it down. Take the first pin down, get them. All could sit. Om Madhyamuk Gotaste Amuk Pretaste Mitakshane Sabminidim Isham Te Pindo Maya Diyate Tabo Pratishtam. Watch from here. Tilt the hand through the water. Asmat Gotaste Pita. Till Toyam. Angle over the tongue. Salilam Sada, Salilam Sada, Salilam Sada. All right. Don't put that on. If all you want to sit, you could sit, you know. What do you give them the chair on that side? They won't sit there because it's supposed to face south and preferably east. So he is sit over there and the others on that side. Ladies and gentlemen, we have heard many stories in the past. If you are very fortunate at the time of death or just prior to death to get tulsi in your mouth and to get Ganga Jal in your mouth, you are blessed. You are very fortunate to get that opportunity. At the same time, if at the point of death, when the last breath is leaving you, you were to call the name of the divine in any form. You know, you sing every day, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Two names. You get in Ram in it and you get in Krishna in it too. So these are some of the names of Bhagwan Vishnu. I want to read here from, this is from the Garur Puran, Garur was supposed to be the vehicle on which Bhagwan Vishnu will travel. It's a kind of bird-like form. And on that journey, Garur asked Bhagwan Vishnu many questions. So this little bit of translation from a bigger book gives a lot of information. But for today, I believe if we give you some of these names, if you go to the mandir in Ethel Street, Port of Spain, you will see 14 incarnations of Bhagwan right around. In some of the other mandirs, they also have these murtis. Well, I know the one in St. James, Ethel Street, has 14 incarnations. So there are about 22 major incarnations of Bhagwan Vishnu. Vishnu is your protector. Brahma has created all things, plant, animals, humans and whatnot. Vishnu will protect all that has been created. And Bhagwan Shivji, merciful as he is, in the last days he takes you back into himself. And this is why he normally is described as somebody who takes ashes and put it all over his body. You know, when you get born, ashes is the last thing. So Bhagwan takes you back. Let me see if I can just give these names of Bhagwan Vishnu. The first incarnation was in the form of a young boy. In Hindi we use the word Kumar. In that way, Bhagwan Vishnu decided he will be a brahmachari, and he did a lot of meditation. In the second form, he was born with a tusk looking more like a wild pig, quite a structure. And that is referred to as, in that avatar, Bhagwan rescues the earth. It is believed that there was water all the time in creation, and then Narayan was on that water. From Narayan came a lotus plant, and Brahma was given the job to create. So, one, as I said, Vishnu, who protects all when the earth sort of drifted out of its axis and it was sinking, Bhagwan took that form, went into the ocean and lifted the earth up. Now you might say, the earth is so big, how God will lift it? But you see, God is God. God is not me and you. If I have to lift something 100 pounds, not again. As a young man I could have lifted, but now I can't lift up 100 pounds. So why do I? But I am not God. We are all mortals, right? We have limitations. There is no limitation for God. Also understand that God takes any form. God is unmanifest. Yet, if He wants to come in any form, nobody can stop Him. He has nobody's permission. So in this case, He took a form that will help Him to put the earth back on the axis. In His third incarnation, He was referred to as the Dev Rishi, and He spread knowledge all over the place. In the fourth incarnation, He is known by two names, Nar and Narayan. In the fifth, He is referred to as the sage Kapila. Again, he taught a lot of the philosophy and all the things that we now understand. In the sixth incarnation, he became the sage known as Dattatreya. You know, Orangefield has a temple, the Dattatreya temple. Dattatreya is always seen in a photograph with 3 heads and a lot of 6 or 7 dogs, always with Dattatreya, and parrots and whatnot. So God is loving to everything that has been created. And He takes many forms to make that, to spread that love. In this seventh, he was born to the very righteous people known as Ruchi and Akuti. He then also performed, although he is the Lord himself, he performed yajnas. You know, people do 7 days, sometimes a whole month. These things we do. He also did to set the example to all of us. In the eighth, he is now born to Nabi and Meru, and his name is called Urukrama. He again spread and taught the righteous way of life. In the ninth incarnation, he became a king and he restored all the food grains and all the herbs and so on and earth. In the 10th incarnation, he is born as a fish. So you see, God doesn't only come in like human form. He's from A to Z, from below to the top. In this form, he saved those righteous people from the flood. In the 11th form, he was born like a turtle, and that Hindi name is Kurma, not Kurma by chance, but Kurma. We'll eat Kurma, so we go tell you, well, he wasn't born like Kurma. Kurma is the delicacy that you make. Kurma, Kurma, and that means turtle. In this one, he took that form to allow the churning of the ocean to take place, which will be the reason for Diwali. Then in the 12th incarnation, he was known as Dhanvantari, the physician of the gods, and where medicine started from when. In the 13th form, he took the form of a lady in order to rest. You see my classmate now coming in. She was a year older than me, must be, that's all. In the 14th incarnation, you know, early in the year there is Phagwa, when you go throw color on you and whatnot. At that time, when he took that form, half lion, half man, in the form of half lion, half man, he killed the demon Hiranyakashipu. In the 16th incarnation, Vishnu came as Parsuram. Not my ancestor, you know, but we just have the name. He destroyed, Parsuram destroyed all the Kshatriyas at that time. Because this is a long story, so we can't deal with that here. So he destroyed them not only once, 21 times he destroyed these fellows. So too that when Ram broke the bow, he was ready to take on. Lakshman was ready to fight with him. Bhagwan Ram said, have peace. Quickly, Parsuram recognized the coming incarnate Bhagwan Ram, bowed to him and announced to all that the next one has come, time for me to go. Then he came on the 18th incarnation as Narad, in the 19th incarnation as Ram, in the 20th as Krishna, and the 21st like what we call Buddha, who was originally the Buddhism, which is more in the Middle East. Not sorry, in the Middle East, in the eastern part, all about Indonesia and Japan, China and so on. The 22nd incarnation is about to come. Not in a few years, you know. It will take tens of thousands of years for that to happen. Because when we say they came and incarnated, we are not talking about 1 or 2 years. So, my life and your life will end when the last breath leaves us. So, from birth to death, that's the period in which we live, we enjoy what God has given us. He has told us in many of the books what to eat and what not to eat. I was reading recently where my good friend, one of the Dindials, passed away, Savi, and I was reading and said, when you worship Bhagwan Vishnu, wear white clothes, use white flowers. Do not use red, black, or blue. That is when you worship Vishnu. Another little line that I want to recall, the things that you mustn't do when you worship in Vishnu. One is, if you are selling pork or eating pork, you can't worship Bhagwan Vishnu. If you go to the cremation site and you come, you must bathe, change your clothes, then worship. Don't worship Bhagwan Vishnu with a temper. You know, sometimes you have puja to do and everybody getting on in the house. You don't go to God with a temper. You go as calm and humble as you are in front of God. Now, she has joined the 80 years club. I have also passed it a good while ago. And Ramesh and these fellows will remember coming to school when the school opened in McBean. So, what it is that has happened here? When I came Thursday, 1 o'clock, and the holy water from the Ganges was in a little bottle, and Tulsi was put in the mouth. She swallowed that very willingly. And I read from the Gita a few lines. After reading something about life, in which it says that whenever things go bad on earth, I will come again and again, not one time, several times, until I fix this business. That is between God and man. All you have to do is to press the switch and God will oblige. And so all in all, only thing that happened, her eyes that day, as I told the children, I said when the eyes kind of bright and, you know, rolling from side to side with a lot of power in it. Then you might hear in one of the bhajans that when Yamraj arrives and you are sure that he is there, your eyes begin to roll from side to side so that it wants to. So she was about to go, no doubt. But the magic of the holy water and the Tulsi is what matters. So she had a peaceful passage. Very peaceful. And I always tell people, my own grandmother, the same, my brother sent Ganges water from India. He went to India in 1959. My grandmother died in 63. He had sent with somebody from India. And she had paralysis. Doctor said, Pandit, don't bring she again. That Saturday, I took the Ganges water and I told you, I gave it to her. And she didn't drink anything for a week. But she could hear that it was Ganga Jal. And she took the gulp down. And I say, when the body came home for burial, all what would look when you paralyzed, no sign of that. She once looked as if she was reformed into her young days. All that is, for me, is the magic of the river, the magic of the Ganges. Hindus, if you believe and you take a dip in that water, no matter the dead is floating next to you. If you go to India, you might dip, and as you dip, a corpse float inside you, but that is not going to get you sick, nothing. How many times we have gone in it and come out, we still around. Keep in your home a little bit of Ganges water, which has come from the hills at the source of the Ganges river, place known as Gangotri. And if you have anybody ailing, give them a little bit every day. And anytime you are feeling good too, take a little bit and sip it, and you will see the magic of that. So all that happened to the sister is that the indweller, which we call Atman in this body, which is resident inside you. One poet says, why you go running all over about to look for God, and God is right inside here? Right inside here, you running going all about looking for God. If you keep him here, you have to also treat him well. One of the things is to remember him, to pray to him, and things like that. In your little home, in a little place, I'll put a murti or put a picture of any form of divinity. If you are Christians, you will have either a cross or you will have Jesus there. If you put Jesus there to remind you how he was and what he did for you, well, do like the Hindus. Or maybe offer flowers. You know, people in Christianity, they offer a wreath. Put a little flowers by Jesus. Take a bow. Tell him what you want to tell him. One day at a time. Hindus, you put your murti, put the flowers. One day at a time, talk to God. He will talk. You talk to God, and God will talk to you. All you have to do is to develop the ear to listen to God. If you listen to God, you will not commit any crime. Israel and the Palestinians, Hamas and what, they're killing each other. None of them don't believe in what they do. Muslim, Hindu, they're breaking the law. God didn't ask you to kill anybody. What God gave you intelligence to protect each other, to love each other. But all over you always kill, 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 kill. The only word they know is kill. Huh? Only young people know the word love, right? They don't get married yet, so they love somebody. They know. After that, they forget the word. Don't kill anything. You know, I'll give a little story. There was a saintly fellow, let's say a fellow like me, a pundit fellow. It has happened to me also. In the cow pen, when I had the cow, I would keep a barrel of water so that in case the pipe lock off, the cow will have enough water for the day. Also on the top, you know what we call Jack Spanier in Trinidad? The wasp. A nice nest. So Trinidadians say when you have a lot of Jack Spanier, it is prosperity. I don't know much about that. But I am not opposite of prosperity. I am quite a prosperous fellow. God is kind to me. So a few of these fellows flying fell in the water. And I thought, man, they will die for nothing in this water. They really didn't want to fall in the water. So I dropped my hand inside the thing and with a quick movement, felt them outside. But the story is the sadhu poor fellow, he didn't do like me. He went nicely to take them out. And he got what? That's the religion of the wasp. If you touch me, I will sting you. And poor fellow, he thought, he did it more than once because he will save a life. There are a group of Hindus in India, they are called Jain, Jain. Whenever they travel, wherever they go, here is covered. That is long before COVID. Always covered. They say, and they watch the ground also, they don't want to kill anybody. They don't even want to breed any organism, and so that's why they keep that. That is their belief. So as good Hindus, as good people, pray to God daily, listen for His voice, listen for His guidance, do good things, and is that will go with you now. The body is going to go Waterloo. And that's the end of the body. Whether you eat bhaji from childhood, or drink milk, or do like me, eat a lot of we'll call cottage cheese, paneer and whatnot, that helps to build the body. But this is all from the earth. The Divine Mother giving you sustenance. That will go back where it's going back. Whatever air is there, air will go back to the air, fire to fire, and earth to earth, and so on. So the body will, which is of earth, will be destroyed. What is not of earth is the indweller, the Atman. That Atman is not going to die. It never was born, never will die. Eternal. Nothing will damage it. You know, there's a little book called the Bhagavad Gita. About $15 for one. It's in Sanskrit and it's written in English also. You take that book and read a line or two every day, and you will be shocked to know how you feel better. It is important to know who gave us birth, how to return the love that God gave us. Everything that is made. God don't make coconut in London, you know. Yeah, I know coconut tree, may have one in the special garden under conditions, but other than that, coconut doesn't grow up the road. Coconut grows in tropical areas. Tropical areas, the temperature is always high. You need to make sure you have good minerals, and God has given you coconut. So many other things. Enjoy what the Creator has given you. Eat the right food. Do the proper exercises. You know they have yoga and whatnot. Take adequate sleep. Adequate sleep. When you shorten your sleeping time, because for whatever reason you can't sleep, that's not a good thing. So I have just given you a few hints. You can go on YouTube and so on and get a lot more information. But I must tell you that for more than 70 years, whenever anything bothered me, I will sing Hanuman Chalisa. It's not difficult. All of you have smartphone. Look around and put on Hanuman and put it there. And go on chanting, and you feel better. So I can go on from now to next year talking, because from the time I was a little boy, my grandfather was telling me the scriptures. Then came my father, and so all pack up inside here, and I could. But this is not the situation. When you have spare time and you want to visit me, come along and we'll sit down and maybe share some hospitality and whatnot. I have no quarrel in having you come to my place. Young, old, middle-aged, past my age, anybody want to come, welcome. So, if anybody want to, the children, right. So, we will now hear the children tell you something about, how you say, you say Aji or all you call her? Right, whatever you call her. Adjust this.
Sitaram, everyone. These occasions normally a little bit of both bitter and sweet, because we come together as a family to celebrate the life of our departed loved one. In this case, Auntie Shirley, as many of us know, right? So I would like to welcome you all, and I mean, this is like home for many of us. So without further ado, I have a little something I would like to see as well. For those of you who don't know who I am Sherry, the niece of Auntie Shirley on Uncle Ramesh Raghunanan's side. So when I think of Auntie Shirley, um, a flood of memories just flashes through my mind. If you all recall, growing up in this family was a very colorful, noisy, joyful, and chaotic experience. From our Sundays and every occasion get-togethers by the shop by Papa and Aji. I mean, a lot of us were younger then, but I know the aunties and the older cousins would have had a ball of a time sitting in the shed. Remember the long tables where we would get together and talk and laugh. And, you know, our aunts were a very integral part of that, including Auntie Shirley. You know, we had many beach limes. We had many limes in the land up the road where the family would get together. Too many to mention here, and it was always a lot of fun and laughter. Another popular place for me to lime was right here by Uncle Ramesh and Auntie Shirley in what we call the bar. I don't know if most people are familiar with the bar inside there. And, you know, it was really, really a good time we had here. Uncle Ramesh and Auntie Shirley would often entertain their many friends who were like family and family. And since my closest cousins in age were Shanta, Rani, and Shivan was a little younger, but still, you know, I would be spending a lot of time here. And, you know, Shanta and I used to be like sisters up and down, you know, and I was always here. Auntie Shirley always welcomed me in her home as one of her daughters. She was really like a second mother to me. You know, she would never hesitate to include me in their family get-togethers, trips to just anywhere. You know, I also used to go a lot by Uncle Boga and her family as well. So, you know, I was like a fourth child for her. On Sundays and holidays, there are so many memories with the pools in the back here with Ronnie, Siobhan, Shanta, all the kids running in, you know, Auntie Shirley cooking up a storm in the kitchen, you know. All of those memories keep coming back when I think of Auntie Shirley. As we all know, all her life, Auntie Shirley was a teacher, and naturally, she would always speak to us in her very gentle tones while giving us advice or correcting us, while always trying her best to teach us a lesson. And when she had to get serious and stern, believe me, she did in no uncertain terms. Hence the reason why I said she's like another mother to me. In her profession, she also made some beautiful lifelong friends who are still present in the family. This speaks volumes to the kind and loving person who is Auntie Shirley. In recent years, I was deeply saddened by Auntie's illness, and it was very difficult for everyone to see her like that since she was always a busybody kind of person. My heart goes out to her family, Uncle Ramesh, Shanta, Shivan, Rani, and their families. We will all miss her dearly. I would now like to express a few sentiments on behalf of my cousin, Shanta. I hope I capture what Shanta would have liked to see today, right? But I'm trying. Shanta cares deeply for her parents, and although her actions throughout the past few years clearly speak louder than words ever can, I'll try to express in words what she wants to say. It could have not been an easy task, physically and emotionally, 24/7 caring for an ailing parent. However, I'm sure her faith in God and her devotion and involvement in her religious beliefs got her through many difficult days. This, however, only strengthened the bond between her and Auntie Shirley, her mom. I heard her many times when I called to find out how they were doing, talk about how she would sit and talk to Auntie, feed her, make her laugh, hug her while she slept, and she would sound positive, but I knew she was hurting deeply. It was very difficult for her to see her mom like that, but she never gave up and cared for her till the end. Even when there were times she felt like giving up, it was only love for her mother that kept her going. It was and still is very difficult for her and everyone in her family and near and dear to Auntie Shirley to deal with this tremendous loss. Shans, your cousins and siblings, we are very proud of you and how well you took care of your mom in a very selfless way. I know Shanta will miss Auntie very much, but will surely cherish the happy moments and memories they had together. To you all, Uncle Ramesh, Shanta, Rani, and your family, and Shivan and your family, you all did the best in your ability for Auntie Shirley. She was well taken care of. In closing, I would like to say on behalf of my siblings, my family, my cousins in Trinidad and abroad, heartfelt condolences to the immediate family and Auntie Shirley's side of the family as well, her siblings and their families. We have all had a great loss to our family. Auntie, you lived a great life, and together with Uncle Ramesh, have raised a wonderful and beautiful family. You will surely be missed. Go in peace. Love you lots. Thank you. So moving right on, we would like to call, who wants to come first? Kayla? Okay, Kayla Marie. Last granddaughter, well, so far, of Auntie Shirley and Uncle Ramesh.
Hi. I'm going to read a poem today. You can shed tears that she is gone, or you can smile because she has lived. You can close your eyes and pray that she'll come back, or you can open your eyes and see that all that she has left. Your heart can be empty because you can't see her, or you can be full of the love you shared. You can turn your back on tomorrow and live yesterday, or you can be happy for tomorrow because of yesterday. You can remember her and only that she is gone, or you can cherish her memory and let it live on. You can cry and close your mind, be empty and turn your back, or you can do what she would want, smile, open your eyes, love and go on.
Very sweet poem, Kayla. Next, I would like to call Nigel, Aunt Shirley's son-in-law.
Thank you. Morning. I'm Nigel, Siobhan's husband. Siobhan has asked me to say a few words on her behalf. The amazing thing about Shirley Ragoonanan is that you cannot say a single bad thing about her. Not one. She was humble, loving, kind, and beautifully simple. All in one. Besides being attracted to Siobhan from the first day I met her, what really won me over were the traits instilled in her from her mom and dad. Her mom, being a teacher and a principal, was all about discipline, commitment, dedication, and love. These traits, combined with a wonderful family unit Sherry touched on, made the world a better place for all the people that she touched. I was fortunate to be one of those people, and I am a better person because of it. I am truly blessed to be part of this incredible family. And this extends to all the aunts, uncles, and endless cousins. Everyone loved Shirley. Siobhan will shamelessly tell anyone everything she has achieved in her life was because of her mom. As a lifelong educator, she made sure Siobhan had the best education possible. Siobhan is a great mom to our daughter Kayla, and this is so because of the way Siobhan's mom was to for Siobhan when she was growing up. The past couple of years have been really tough on everyone, as Sherry said. But Siobhan is really thankful that her mom had Shanta to be with her 24/7. Shanta's dedication to her mom has been amazing. And Siobhan wishes to express her extreme gratitude to her for giving her that peace of mind, knowing her mom was always in good hands. However, we all know this came naturally to Shanta based on the way mom raised all of them. Ronnie, being the only boy, always held a special place in his mom's heart, and both girls accepted that he could do no wrong in her eyes, and he would spend his entire life close to her. Shanta, Ronnie, and Siobhan were very lucky to have had a mother like Shirley Ragoonanan, and that extends to Michaela, Rihanna, and Kayla. Siobhan's dad, Ramesh, however, was the luckiest of all of them to have had her as his wife. Thank you.
Thank you, Nigel. Okay, next we would have the beautiful, two of the three beautiful granddaughters, Michaela and Rihanna, who would like to express their sentiments in form of the eulogy.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. A little bit about our grandmother. Shirley Ragoonanan was born on December 22nd, 1941. She was the third of 8 children born to Ramdev Pesundat and Arjun Keta Singh. By the age of 16, she began her journey in the career of teaching, in which she became a beloved figure to many throughout the years of service. At the age of 23, she met Ramesh Ragoonanan, and their romance quickly blossomed, and they were married on the 18th of September, 1966. Their marriage was blessed with 3 loving children, their firstborn Shanta, their only boy Ronnie, and their baby Siobhan. They were all loved greatly by their mother, who nurtured and guided them, leading them to become the strong, loving, and upstanding individuals they are today.
As she would say, she was later blessed with 3 grandchildren. However, we believe that we were the ones blessed to have her as our grandmother. Throughout our lives, she showered us with love and support in every aspect of life. From countless late nights ensuring we succeeded in our schoolwork, to early mornings making sure we had everything we needed to face our days, topped off with hugs and kisses. Despite Kayla's late entry into our family, Granny loved her and showed her endless love and affection. She loved us all with all her heart, and we felt that in every single thing she's done for us. Even though she had a full-time job, she never complained. She always worked hard to support her family at all times. She would be busy in the kitchen doing housework, but she always made sure the needs of her husband, her children, and her grandchildren were always met. She never left us wanting.
So there are endless joyful moments to speak about when it comes to our grandmother, which makes it very hard to choose our favorite one. But something I always cherish is when coming home from school, after a very long day, she would always hustle to reach to the gate over there and ask us how our day was, and make sure everything was okay, make sure we were all right. And religiously, every evening, she made sure we would have something to eat and then sit us down to do our work by the dining table. And then she would start making dinner for the night. And then after that, we would sit down and watch Indian soap operas till 9 o'clock in the night, till she ready for bed. And then as I got older, Granny and I would make our tea time very important. And I valued this time that I spent with her because almost every single day she would sit down and listen to my stories about school and friends, and then she would in turn tell me about her stories in her training college days and her life growing up. And this was truly an amazing thing to experience. It really strengthened our bond. And she was really my best friend. I could have told her anything, and she would give the best advice.
In addition to being a best friend to us, she was also a role model. Growing up, I learned a lot from my grandmother. She taught me many useful tips to deal with life and all the things it could throw at me. From studying tips for difficult subjects to life advice about people and friends. Granny provided me with a wealth of information to use, not just to go through life, but to do so successfully. However, the greatest lesson I learned from her was not one she actively taught me. In fact, it was one she demonstrated every day without even knowing it. The kindness and love my grandmother showed to everyone is the main lesson I learned from watching her while growing up. The warmth she gave off, the love in her heart, she proved to me time and time again, as she was always willing to help anyone she could. She believed that as long as you had the power to help someone, you had the right to do so. And she practiced this belief religiously. This lesson that I've adopted from my grandmother's loving heart and giving soul is truly unforgettable, as I believe it speaks volumes to the person she was. And all of that love that she gave to all of us allows her to live on with each and every one of us. Shirley Ragoonanan was truly unfailing in making sure that her family and loved ones were always well taken care of and loved.
Thank you. And finally, I would like to ask Uncle Harry to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. My relationship with Shirley goes back in the 60s when she first met Ramesh. Her meeting with my cousin Ramesh was one that grew from strength to strength. And as you all know, in those days, Ramesh was the ultimate saga boy. And being a Ragoonanan, he was a very handsome man. He was a very accomplished Indian singer. And in those days, he was a prize catch for all the girls. And I was very surprised when he told me he met this teacher who he's very fond of, and he's considering marriage, which really, really surprised me, because quite a few ladies were left waiting. That relationship grew from strength to strength. As you all know, she produced 3 beautiful children and 3 lovely granddaughters. If I should have one word to describe Shirley, it would be dedication. Very dedicated to family, friends, anybody who passed by. She always took care of everybody. And I remembered her when she started having her grandchildren, how proud she was of them. She took them everywhere, those 2 first girls, and she'll show them off to all the family. So it's very, very proud of them and their achievements. And she took care of everybody who she came in touch with. And always a very caring and loving person. So dedication is the word that I would use to describe the life and times of Shirley Ragoonanan. She has moved on, as the Pandit said, her soul will remain eternally, and the body goes to ashes today. But she had left an indelible mark on the lives of many of us, and we'll all treasure her. Shirley, we love you, we'll miss you, but life goes on. I would like to say a special word about Shanta and her dedication to her mom, which was something way beyond the call of duty for a young lady who gave her life for this lady. And all of us who knew her and knew the last 2 or 3 years that she spent was really, really admirable. And Shanta, thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So that brings us to the end of our program. And if I were to summarize, Auntie Shirley has. Thank you, and Sitaram. I now turn you over to Pandit Ram.
The immediate family is now requested to come and put a mala. Now, when you come, please, try to, don't take too long, just say what you have to say, offer the flowers and so on. Actually, I have a puja to do Dong Debe, but I have adjusted that for 1 o'clock. So, everybody will like to say goodbye. So after the immediate family, come quickly and say the goodbye. In the meantime, we will sing a few bhajans. Now, I know a lot of you could sing, so you can do a better job than me, so you help singing. इतना तू करना स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकले गोविंद नाम लेकर तब प्राण तन से निकले श्री गंगा जी का तट हो यमुना का तट विकट हो मेरे सांवरे निकट हो जब प्राण तन से निकले श्री वृंदावन का स्थल हो मेरे मुख में तुलसी दल हो विष्णु चरण का जल हो जब प्राण तन से निकले। मेरे श्यामलो खड़ा हो, बंसी का सुर भरा हो, तिरछा चरण धराओ, जब प्राण तन से निकले। सिर सोहता मुकुट हो, मुख पे ये काली लट हो, यह ध्यान मेरे घट हो, जब प्राण तन से निकले। उसके जल्दी आना, हमको न भूल जाना, नुपुर की धुन सुनाना, जब प्राण तन से निकले। जब प्राण कंठ आवे, कोई रोग ना सतावे, यम त्रास ना दिखावे, जब प्राण तन से निकले। Tulsi and Ganga water and the name of God when you are about to pass away. When the others come, they may not necessarily do arti. Let them just put up flowers to save time. Sri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhaju Man Arana Bhave Darunam Nava Kanja Lochana Kanja Mukh Kar Kanja Pad Kanja. Your Mausi. Hello. God bless you. Pass out this way. Everybody have bound to do arti, you know, son. Yeah. Just put the flowers. your sister? Sister, no. You're looking just like she. Watch. We go do the gate one right here, watch. Right? You do it here, then go inside. All right, all right. Some of you want to come, but you're waiting for the last train to San Fernando. Come early. All right. Right. All right. Well, I see the lines have sort of, well, it's almost empty. I don't see anybody in the line. So the next phase of this journey is to take this body at the gate, and at the gate, but I am converting the gate at the end of this tent rather than way out there, because the traffic outside there will not make it so comfortable out there. So I am using here as the gate. So you will put the cotton on the ground there for me. You have a cotton to put on the ground? Bring it in, yeah, a little inside. Good. Right, they're good. Just move out them shoes and some from there. Yeah, put it down there. Right. Throw some black tail on that for me. Right, you have to take it up by the foot. Who on that side holding with left hand and who on this side holding with right hand? Go ahead with put it there. Ram Nam Sat hai, यही सब की गत है. Ram Nam Sat hai, यही सब की गत hai. The name of God is truth. And this, of course, happens all. The head goes not. Make a total spin. Right, put it down on it. Take water, sprinkle on the body. Do arti. Om Surya Chakshatu Bata Atmanam Dha Gatcha Prithvischa Dharmo Apo Vagat Yati Tatte Hite Oshadi Pratishte Sharire Patat Shanti Bhavatu Shanti Bhavatu Shanti Bhavatu. And then put the canfa on the ground, throw water around it 3 times. Throw water around it 3 times. Patat Shanti Bhavatu, Patat Shanti Bhavatu, Shanti Bhavatu. Ram Nam Sathai Sabki Gatha. Take the pinda from the right hand, put it into the left. Second pinda, Om Adya Mugota Mukpretaste Dwar Dese Vishnu Devta Bhya Isham Pindo Mayadite Tabo Pratishtam. The water.
Navin Lalu's streaming network, specialist in clean audio, multiple camera angle view and a photo slide for professional live streaming. Call Navin at 335-0205. Navin Lalu, bringing real-time events to you and yours. Navin Lalu's streaming network. Call him 335-0205. Also available fantastic drone footage. Navin's streaming network.